Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have some news all over the place and some very unfortunate news. We do have news about a passenger passing away on what seems like one of the most harmless shore excursions you could possibly ever do. We also have the Norwegian Sun has technical difficulties that is threatening to completely unhinge the cruise that they are currently on and making some passengers stay very uncomfortable. And then we also have a passenger who is reporting on TikTok. TikTok is sort of becoming that place of Twitter with videos now, where people are showing things that go wrong and complaining about stuff and things like that. Well, this passenger was just on a cruise with Margaritaville at Sea, and wait till you hear the story because she's claiming they're just trying to charge her $500 for no reason, and they threatened to arrest her. First off, last week we had a passenger on the Carnival Sunshine passed away on what seems to be a very normal excursion. Most people agree this is a pretty harmless excursion, and that happened in Jamaica the same time I was down there, only this happened in Ocho Rios at the Blue Hole. The Blue Hole is a very popular tourist destination for people staying at resorts as well as people on the cruise ships. It's a quick jaunt from the cruise port. It usually goes along with things like river tubing and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's a place where you can dive in from various heights, and it is a natural pool out there that's rocks. And unfortunately, a gentleman, I believe he's about 33 years old, jumped in and did not surface. No one noticed that he had gone under and did not notice, and he was found later, unfortunately. No word if he was sailing with people on board, but no matter what, condolences to friends and family and relatives. Again, this is just one of those cautionary tales. When you're out and about, anything can happen. We had that gentleman who dived off a deck at a cruise port and didn't surface as well. It's always best to have people keeping an eye on you no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. A beach holiday, a swimming holiday, especially snorkeling and things like that. You should always have somebody in your vicinity always watching around just in case. And unfortunately, this ended tragedy for the family involved. Next, we have the Norwegian cruise ship, the Sun. The Sun is currently on a 20-day Panama Canal cruise. That's a 3-week cruise. That sounds wonderful. I've been on Panama twice in the last couple of years. I had a great time on those cruises. Unfortunately, the ship is experiencing technical difficulties with its power, and it is having blackouts on the ship where there has been, dining room has been closed, the air conditioning hasn't been working, it's been very spotty. They ended up pulling into Cartagena and having to spend the night overnight in Cartagena. No word yet on when everything will get fixed and what itineraries will now have to be dropped, because the cruise was supposed to go through the Panama Canal and it ended up having to spend an extra day, and when that happens they have to reschedule the ship through the Panama Canal. You don't just line up and go. All the ships are often scheduled weeks and weeks in advance of a time slot of when they're going through the Panama Canal. Otherwise, you would just imagine it would just be a big mess at both ends of ships lining up. So everybody has to be scheduled. So now they have to reschedule, and that's even if they can get the technical issues solved. 20-day dream Panama Canal vacation, and you're in the 100-degree temperatures and everything, and there's no air conditioning in your cabins, and there are power outages on the ship. Does not sound quite like the dream vacation that most people signed up for, unfortunately. Condolences to everybody out there if you're on that ship right now, and hopefully they get it fixed very soon and you can continue on your way. Right now, there's no indication of compensation. I don't think they're going to talk about compensation yet because they don't know how long this is going to go on. Who knows? They may not be able to continue if they can't get things fixed. Yeah, not a great situation on the NCL Sun. These things happen, ships break down. It's just very, very disappointing if it happens to happen to you, and it happens to be on one of those dream vacations like a 20-day Panama Canal cruise. This next story was going viral on TikTok about Margaritaville Cruise Line, but this could go for any cruise line, so take warning. But before I get there, I haven't done this in a while. Let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from the good stuff to the bad stuff to cautionary tales to what you can look forward to and expect on the brand new ships coming down the line very, very soon. Hopefully off to the British Isles soon to show you what a British Isle cruise is all about. And hey, we'll just keep you up to date and try and make your next vacation as smooth and as inexpensive as possible. And it doesn't cost anything. Really do hope you'll join us. It really does help the channel when you sign up with that notification bell on. Again, you're not going to get spam, and it doesn't call you, and no one's going to call you on the phone. It just helps the channel out. Okay, a TikToker on, obviously TikTok, just took a cruise on Margaritaville at sea. And on the carpet, apparently there was a makeup stain. I guess she dropped something on the carpet, and there's a small stain on the floor, on one of the rugs. And she has posted a video of a cruise line representative. I'm not going to go into the gentleman's name because he's just doing his job. But they're saying that they tried everything to clean that spot. And it's unrepairable. They cannot get that stain out. So they were trying to have her sign a piece of paper authorizing a $500 charge US for the repair to that carpet. Now, if you've been on Margaritaville or you know their pricing, that's almost more than the price of the cruise. Like, they're only 2-day cruises. So, yeah, that's a lot of money they're trying to charge this person. And when she started to refuse, saying, no, you can get that stain out. What are you talking about? You've tried everything to get that stain out. Apparently, she was told, either you sign the paper authorizing the $500 or we'll have you arrested when we get back to port. Now, this is allegedly. I haven't seen proof of this yet, but she's posting these things on TikTok, and the cruise line hasn't denied it yet. But here's what she did. She just got down on her hands and knees with some makeup remover and removed the stain. Now, she's saying it's gone. Now, I don't know. I'm not a makeup remover person to know an expertise. I don't know if it's like leaves a bleach spot or anything like that on the carpet. But I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, there must be some cleaning material that these cruise lines have to get something out of the carpet as everyday as makeup. As an everyday thing, as makeup, nail polish, toothpaste, anything that can fall on the floor on a daily basis, right? They have to have cleaning materials that can get this stuff out. I mean, come on. And also, to try and charge $500 and have you sign it, because I would not sign it. Here, authorize us to take $500 off. No, I'm not. Well, we're going to have you arrested. I'll see you at the dock. And I'll see you at the dock with the police. Because you can't force me to sign something. You can try and charge me afterwards because you have my credit card, right? You have to give them your credit card, and you, on your cruise form, you sign that, yes, I will take responsibility. I'm not going to damage the ship and everything, and then they can try and charge you. But then you can take them to small claims court afterwards, and they have to prove that that was an unremovable stain and that they had to replace something and it cost that much money. Otherwise, the judge will throw it out of court. They now have the burden of proof, and they have to pay a lawyer to go do it. It's not worth the $500 fee that they would get from you. So chances are they would not send anything, right? But you would show up in court, and chances are they probably wouldn't, and you would just win by default. But it's kind of ludicrous. It's like a scare tactic, a strong arms tactic, right? Pay or you're in trouble, and this is your consequences, and you can get a criminal record and blah, 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 blah. It's all malarkey in reality. How old am I dating myself with malarkey? But yeah, I would never have signed it. Go ahead and arrest me and charge me at the court, because I don't think you would. That would be horrible press for you to begin with. You haven't had great press lately going on. So yeah, I don't think you would. And then you could try and charge me after the fact, but I would dispute it with my credit card and tell my credit card not to pay it. And then we'll see what you do after that. But if that's the whole story, now it could be a big something, but from what we're seeing in the video that she's showing, I don't think it's that big a deal. And I don't believe that it's an unfixable stain. Unless it's like paint or bleach, I don't know of too many things that are unrepairable out there. Especially that, you know, half the time they just cut the little hole around in the carpet and replace it with the carpet. And it's just hilarious. But yeah, word of warning, if a cruise line ever tries to strong arm you to, or even a resort or an airline or a bus or a train tries to get you to sign something, to pay for something, and you don't think that it's right, don't sign it. You're better off not signing it and dealing with it afterwards, because chances are you're going to come out on top, because they have the burden of proof on them at that point. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation. Oh, almost forgot. I had this shirt made for me. Huh? Unfortunately, you're seeing more of it than I wish you would.